Hello everyone, here's Yi-Ling Lin's online class is here to welcome you back. We just finished purchasing part 1 and part 2, and now we are going to talk about part 3, and which continuing for the raw ingredients after the meat and seafood. Shall we quickly review part 2, what is our class for? There are 4 key points for the reviewing purchasing part 2. Well, the first one is purchasing price quotes. So no matter your suppliers is or vendor or market sales, even that is the farmer or fishers, they will give you a quote, and that is a list of the raw ingredients price. But do remember this golden rule. Huge amounts you will get less price, and less amounts you will get higher price. That's always the balance. Alright, the second one will be ordering guide. You must to order the fresh food and how fresh they are, and how to avoid bacteria we just mentioned. And also the Taiwanese governments get you some standard stick to look through, such as TAP or CAS. Alright, and we're continuing for the product specifications. Thus we already know the meat, poultry and egg and seafood. Let's start with purchasing part 3. Ordering and purchasing. Shall we continuing the purchasing part 2? Yes, we still stick on the first step of the purchasing. Telling and what is the learning objective for today will be purchasing price quotes, which is from the suppliers and also the marketplace sales, and also maybe some vendors. Frozen fruit. And then there is some guidance we will share with you. And therefore, for the ordering food, we will have of course product specific is very important, and you need to make your own product specific later on. And ordering should very important part. Well, and quite later maximum part is in this stage we are sincerely thanks for Aries Hotels who suppose us vegetable fruit internal documents and for our teaching materials. Luckily we got and also the very good examples from one of my friends who purchases in a certain hotels just purchasing department, raw materials. So I got an interview with them, and also I got some photos and videos from them, and also one interview with their very basic purchasers. And then they even share their and I hope you will enjoy our interview with us. Class. So, therefore, we will. I hope you will enjoy today's class. Alright, as I said, we just continuing after the meat, poultry and egg and seafood. So we will following the milk dairy products, which we will concern the Taiwan's government's cow's stick on the bottles. So that is the milk dairy product standards, and also the TAP and the CAS organic for the vegetable and fruit. Alright, dairy products always appears on breakfast tables in the morning. Most of the people will drink milk, eat cheese and bacon, eggs, and yogurts and fruit for their breakfast. But that is not one. Taiwan traditional breakfast is just like this. Taiwanese porridge. Yes, some of them is add some vegetable in, so it's kind of salty porridge. But some of them is plant, so it's all white with the rice, so it's the plant porridge. And the right hand side you will see that is the bread fried and deep fried bread stick with egg, accompanied with the soy milk. It's a deep fried bread stick rolled in the sesame flat bread. They are both made of dough. One is baked and the other is deep fried, so they usually go together as pairs. It has crispy, chewing, and a little bit greasy. The bread on the outside and it seems so good, super delicious. Yum. Taiwanese traditional breakfast always accompanied with soy milk. It offers human beings very rich nutrition as protein, as milk's the same. Well, Taiwan located in Pacific and Asia Pacific belts, so which means summer is so hot. And the cow we raise could not produce as much as milk in summer. On converse, in winter, they have very comfortable weathers, so they produce lots of the milk in winter. But, big but, consumers in Taiwan, they enjoy drink cold milk in summertime, not in wintertime. So that is the milk problems in Taiwan. And also, you will specify the type of the products grade milk fat content, such as full fat or semi fat or low fat for their products. And they got different type of the packagings. Some of them are bottles or they are the carton boxes. Alright, so you can choose what kind of milk you like. And then we will talk about the cheese and yogurt. They all produce from useful bacteria. They get longer life than milk. Milk, milk is the preservable products, so they have very short life. So you need to, while you get it, you need to drink them as soon as possible. But cheese, which is quite different, you need to through the bacterial working time, and some of them even cut material till 12 months or 24 months or even 36, which is 3 years. Then your best time for eating must at least half an years or even 1 years. But the yogurt is the other stories. It's also, well, through the bacteria's working time, or you can say the yeast working time. But while it comes to sour milk, or you can say the acid comes out from the milk, make it like smoothie and greasy. That is not keep for long times, just like milk. Alright, and in Taiwan you also get some yogurt milk as well, and it has different kind of flavors. And pasteurizing is done to destroy bacteria, and homogenization is done to prevent the promulgations of cream and result in an unsafe flavors as well. Fresh vegetable and fruit specifications. Do you know how to classify the vegetables? Actually, vegetables are plants. They got the leaves, roots, and stem. Well, and also the fruit. Well, it depends on which parts human beings eat them. So they got the different names. Alright, could you tell me on this page how many kinds of vegetables inside? Bingo! The answer is 4. Alright, the first one will be the root vegetables. Obviously, you eat them above the ground from the soil. Okay, so they are potato, sweet potato, turnip, carrots, or maybe onions. And then the next one will be the leaf. We eat the leaves for them, and it grows above the grounds. So as the photos, that is Chinese cabbage, and we got the cabbage, lettuce, Spanish, and etc. Alright, and then we got the peppers. Peppers is the fruit vegetables. We eat the fruit. And later on, there's some figgy on the top. So the figgy is one kind of mushrooms. It just grows a very moist and dark place, but it is not exist for long. Okay, it's kind of used for, yeah, bacteria, so you can say that. Alright. But if the color is very bright color one, you need to be aware about it. That get some poison. And also, we have some kind of fresh herb. We didn't eat them. We need the fresh smells from them. We need the spice flavors from them, such as rosemary, coriander, and Italian's herb and etc. Rams, okay, and lemongrass, some things like that. So that is the herb. Alright, as we can see from the specific guidelines for purchasers, do you know how to select good vegetables? So there's 3 different kinds of spice for Chinese cuisine on this page. It's always sprays their flavors from the first cooking step, and that will guarantee your dishes have nice tasty and flavor as well. Okay, what are them? So it's garlic, red garlic, and also the gingers. Every family and the Chinese dishes will use that for upgrades their flavors and taste. You will need that a lot, and you will know how to use it later on while you come to Taiwan. Well, there's only one thing, the vegetables you didn't see on last page, which is cucumber. What kind of vegetable is that? Right, you are correct. It's fruit vegetables. We usually eat cucumbers in the summer. Summer is the main season for them to grow. And also, it tastes crunchy and is used to have the cold dishes as salad. Okay, then we need to specific standards can be obey all of the fruit and vegetables from the Taiwan government Department of Agriculture and Safety Councilor Agriculture Executive Yan. They got the standards, and all of the vegetables and the fruit need to examine and checked by them. Are they in the nice and good qualities? Then they can go to the market. Alright, so what kind of qualities they will be examined? So they will be look for how bright is that, and how attractive colors and the shape as well, just like to select war ladies, and appearance and good portions of weight and size, and also abuse of any of mechanic damage or sign of decline. Right. All the vegetable and fruit as well, they are perishable, especially for the leaves vegetables. You need to eat them as fresh as possible, so don't keep them too long, otherwise they will get brown. And especially the great and desires at the same times of delivery rather than the times of shipping. So if you eat your vegetable in locally, so that was better than you wait for shippings from the import vegetable. Although they are look nice, but probably they take long times. I'm not so sure how fresh they are. And the other thing is they add some chemicals inside to keep them fresh. So maybe that's not very healthy for the import vegetable or fruit. But the price also higher than the local vegetable and fruit as well. Right? Shall we look at these pictures? There's the ingredients. Guess what? What is the products or dishes at the final? Alright, on these dishes you will see the mushroom and also the baby corn, turnip, and red pepper, egg, and also the broccoli. Right, what's these dishes? Oh well, I also need to mention um, the specifications. You need to choose the same size, such as this mushroom, Chinese mushroom. That is the fresh Chinese mushroom. Also, of course, we got the dry one. And the fresh Chinese mushrooms, they will make the same size with it, and draw the star signs on the top. So could you guess what the final products dishes is? Ta-da! Yes, that is vegetable tempura. Alright, it's quite tasty, right? So the turnip will be mirrors till very slim as the turnip sauce, and it's very freshable, right? I feel hungry now. Taiwan is the kingdom of the food. Taiwan located in tropical and Asia tropical belts. That's why we got lots of tropical fruit, such as pineapple, banana, mango, passion fruit, and melon, watermelon, and etc. And also, that is why our beverage handshaking shop is so popular all around on the street, because we got very reachable and variety fresh juice as well. So, as you know, winter fruit is like apple, orange, strawberry, and Taiwan also got them, but it's in winter or maybe in fall. And strawberry only got one season. The cherry is rarely appears on the Taiwan's local market. Is all of the cherry, I think, all imported from other country. So if you come to Taiwan, I bet you will enjoy to shopping in fruit shop, and you can test a lot of different kinds of fruit and fresh. And well, although the fruit is the perishable products, but is longer life than the leafed vegetable. And some of them, for example, like the bananas, you also need to keep some time to wait them to mature, such as the mango as well. And we still got a lot of different kinds of fruit. And especially if you are the purchasers, you also need to see how bright the skin is, and how the color attractive, and how the shape, are they good or not, and appearance, get the black dot or damage on the top, or good portions of weight and the size. Yes, they still get the size differences. They are big, small, and large. Oh, and the price of course is different, and that is the grant as well. And often all kind of mechanic damage or signs of decay as well. Well, especially size, especially for the fruit, smaller size tend to have more flavor, while large size are important for display or try to impress the customers. Okay, so fruit will connect with the beverage shop or fresh juice shop or even the dessert shop or bakery, because they got bright colors and attractive to a lot of peoples. That's why it's very important in this page. I would like to share these two ebooks with you. After you scan these two QR codes that will display these two books, it's according from the Agriculture and Food Agents Councils of Agriculture Executive Yan. Well, the green QR code is for vegetables, and the yellow is for the fruit. And there are two ebooks. Although you cannot read Chinese, there's a lot of photos of vegetable and fruit on the top. Then you can find out what is the standard for our government uh, make it. And if the vegetable and the fruit pass through all of the examinations and also the inspections, they can put on the market for selling. And if not, they will be go to feed the pig, or also they will go to the counter for the next seasons of vegetables. Well, I give you 10 seconds to scan it, and we will discuss all of the continents later on, probably in different lessons. Right, your 10 seconds start. Okay, I hope you got the link already. If you don't have time to read in right now, and I hope you can read it after all. Alright, enjoy your reading. Since technology development rapidly, most of the perishable products or food, they find their way out. They could extend their life longer since the technology increasing. Alright, so from here we will talk about the frozen vegetables. Most of the franchise group and large restaurants, they will use that as the central kitchen to make their standards on the above. So they will wash all of the vegetable together and then cut them in the certain size, and if they want have particular shapes, for example, what you see on the top of the uh, pictures, that is the wave shape of the carrots. And also you can keep it longer. Of course, most of nutritions will throw away by these times and the waters, but for the restaurants, they need to show up their colors and also the shapes, not the tasty and nutritions. But they have the same standards for each of the branch. So, well, how to make the frozen vegetable or maybe frozen food, or as you think is the microwave food. Yes, for the traditional way, they may pack it or use the vacuum package, and they will pack it in the sugar syrup, or some of them they may treat with an extract to prevent it getting browning, and salt will be the other things to prevent the food. As you know, the fruit will get sugar syrup, and also the vegetable is. So sugar syrup also can make us the canned food, and also, oh yeah, canned food is the other kind of technology to show how to preserve the food for longer life, even 1 or 2 years. And yes, oils did the same thing. And then the sugar syrup will make the other products as the jam. So in the long winter countries, they used to keep the fruit as the jams, and while they in winter time they got some fruit could eat. Alright, it's quite clever, isn't it, and reasonable. Yes, for the fruit and for the vegetables, they all will write down and select it from which regions to produce it, and what kind of soils, and what's the terrified of it. Of course, it's not wine, but yes, uh, some of them will have the regions to select. Since we threw all the raw materials and ingredients from meat to frozen vegetables, that you get more ideas and more details about how to make your own products specifications. Okay, later on I will summarize it, and this is your task for these lessons. Okay, the product specifications is to describe the particular commodity in terms of its size, qualities, or conditions. For examples, from meat you can be ordered by grade, cutting shape, weight, thickness, fat limited age, whatever fresh or frozen, or type of packaging. Seafoods, nearly the same. You can order the type, uh, even the thin fish or the shellfish, and species, market from, which market are the products from, and conditions, and also grant place of regions. That is important. So, like salmon is from Alaska or from the Norway. And the whether fresh or frozen count, size and packagings. Uh, Priorities can be ordered exactly the same with all of the meat and seafood, but only one is differences for the class. They got a different size, but is counted by class, and you have different uh, part of the bodies like the breast or wing or legs, etc. So they can uh, cut in different of part, and you can buy a pack of the breast or a pack of the wings or a pack of the legs and etc. Processed fruit and vegetables can be ordered by grade, varieties, and of course the regions of it. For example, like bananas in Taiwan's Qishan or in Taiwan's Jiji. That is totally different place of it and different test. And then the packaging size, type, or giant weight, or count by cases, packing medium or whatever can or frozen. Yes, can and gems also the fruit goes to. So that is their secondary products. Okay, that is the software system from one of the restaurants, and that is the purchasing software they are using is the An. Okay, if you can see the order, that is the ordering sheet, and also uh, the computerizing has the inventory and tells you how to get the orders. And they already put the suppliers and order items underneath. And we should check the physical inventory as, for example, like refrigerator, dry storage, or frozen. How many stock numbers inside it? And balance the computerized numbers and the physical inventory numbers. They are need to the same, and otherwise they got the differences. Is not very good for ordering. And also different department will come to the inventory or stock to take out what kind of food or seasoning they need. And it must be all the same with, working on these systems. So the purchasing staff will have correct safety stock to ordering food and beverage in time. Alright, um, let me use a little bit time to explain what's inside these computer pictures. Okay, let me enlarge of the top part. Top part, you will see that is the numbers and what day they are closing. So they got uh, contract with their supplier, so they pay by monthly, and they didn't just pay by cash. They will transfer from the bank, and this price already including the tax. We can see from the middle of the columns. And then the days for ordering, and they already confirmed it. And the following at the bottoms, you will see they are taking from the stock, how many items inside the stock. And then you will see that is the remark part. That will be the specific for the purchasing suite. I mean product specific, standard specific that we just mentioned from the third factors. Okay, and we got the ordering source from here and also the tax. So that is for the quantity and unit, and also we can check for the balance. Well, that's for this page. Well, this page is the purchasing ordering sheet. As we use the softwares from the previous page, you will select what kind of items you want to order and how many quantities you want and which days you are buying, and all of the total information you type inside it. Then this is the results prints out. Well, from here you will see on the top, the purple one will be the date to make this sheet or make this order sheet. And who made this order sheets, they got IDs and the person's name and how many pages of it. And you will see the ordering sheet numbers on the top and the suppliers and the supplier's address, telephone, and fax, and also some extra details you need to mention. Then you just select what kind of items you want to buy and how many quantities and what's the price and what's the units for it, or specific size or specific pack for them, and they will count the total automatically for you and also the tax. And it will say you will how you pay is pay by month, or you pay by cash or carry, and also they will make some attentions for the suppliers. For example, like the delivery times will be the not holiday or weekend, 10 to um, 10 in the morning to the 4 o'clock before, and the address as well. Alright, so that's it. After we get through all of these purchasings, do you interesting to work inside the purchasing department, or do you have good sensitive of the numbers? If you do, maybe you got the chance. Well, what's the main duty for purchasing staff? First, decide standardized specifications. Of course, chef will make it, but you need to decide or describe that to your suppliers. And the second, you need to keep enough stock and have good convenience and communication with kitchen and also suppliers. And the third, you need to remain good relationship with suppliers. That's why you can have better qualities or nice delivery time. And then the fourth, you need to have sensitive of price, and you always need to go to the market and survey what kind of uh, maybe fruit or what kind of vegetables at moments the price is going up or down. Well, the final, you need to dealing with rejections. The rejections maybe will make you surprised and happy. But if they gave you the bad qualities products, even though kitchen will reject it, or your customer will do. So need to be very careful. Sometimes you also need to uh, take out the unsuitable items, and also you need to train your supplier as well, and try to educate them how kind of how. Welcome back to Yi-Ling Lin's online class today. It's my pleasure to invite Annie to join my interview for class today. Annie is a purchaser in LAC hotels right now. She has at least 3 years experience for purchasing in 2 different kinds of hotels. She also has been working in banquet service for many years. That's why she could have holding purchasing job so well. Hi, Annie.
Hi, Yi-Ling.
It is very nice to have you join my online class. What do you bring and share with us today? Well, at first, could you tell me about yourself for my students?
Hello, everyone. I'm Annie. I worked as a purchaser for Iris and In-Sky Hotel for more than 3 years. My main duty is fresh or raw items for daily using and also others equipment purchase. Of course, each step of purchasing I also to handle with all of them as well as receiving and storage management and so on.
Alright, Annie. Would you share some good or bad experience with us for your job?
Purchasing position must connect with different ships and suppliers as owner or salesman, frequently which improves lots of my knowledge and communication skill. Once of time, chefs plan to use fresh herbs for new dishes. Therefore, we went to herbs farm looking for right quantity and also deal with cost. During this visit, the farm owner explained all of herbs very details and over variety, flavor testing or their herbs. Those experiences are very helpful for my future.
On the other hand, any troubles that happen on you, and how do you solve it?
Okay, all breakfast definitely require fresh milk and yogurt every day. There's milk out of stock even happen for a few days. It's not only our storage but also all of suppliers and market as well. It is quite emergency situation. Therefore, we immediately run to different markets and malls to gain us more daily products back. Luckily, after spending lots of time and run for more than 5 stores, Cuisine has solved this time big relax.
What a great story that you share with us, Annie. At your point of view, what ability does the purchasing staff should have?
First of all, purchase should have fully understanding of all of progressing tests from different working stations and its certain steps. He or she may have vast knowledge of food and beverage as well as fine experience needs. It's also better have good sensibility of price and market production, keep a good relationship with supplier and understanding all of linking chain are also importantly. Overall, courage and wise, honorable with good communication skill must be the best conditions.
Well, Annie, I believe you do have all right.
You bet it. That's why our supplier and chefs both are so happy to talk with me. The truth is I really enjoy this job so much and could keep it up till now.
Okay, next question. Annie, since you do enjoy being purchaser so much, do you have any advice to students who are keen on purchasing as their future?
The purchase department will be a core in any of companies, especially in food and beverage industry as their goods require and are much wealth from fresh daily products to face equipment in kitchen or restaurant. Also the cost control is always the key point to focus on. Consequently need to deal with the manufacturer, with chef or manager's statement with something this channel. Although it is a change works but possible after you get already ordering sheets for tomorrow. Sometimes even in my off shift time change or emergency happening is just that sudden. Ping pong. I still need to figure out even that is not my sheet. Generally speaking, it is not a normal fit to touch comparing with others, but not only signs of numbers, and you will full of accomplishment and proud of your work after all.
Thank you, Annie. It's very nice to have you with us today. Bring so much experience sharing with us.
You're welcome. Hope everyone will have a good time with me.
Certainly, I believe it.
Bye.
Bye.